20 years ago, women didn't ride bikes, so generally to get into the bike scene you needed to sort of hang out with bikers. There were people that had Japanese motorcycles, but yeah, the real cool ones were basically bikers. So I sort of grew up in that scene. I didn't actually get my first Harley Davidson until 1999. And between that time, I mean, I got married and I had children, so, you know, you prioritise things, which is what I did.
Why did I get my Harley Davidson? I think Brian and I talked about, like, you know, when the children left home, we'd do something different. And I suppose since we moved to Auckland, we thought, oh, it'd be nice to probably get a bike.
For the last 20 odd years, I've had a likeness for the bikes. We have a son called Harley, so yeah, he's nearly 19 years old, so eventually I suppose I was going to get my own bike.
How does my bike reflect me as a woman? Well, it's red and I love red. Most women like red. It's got like mags, it's got quite a bit of chrome on it, it's got nice little mirrors, sleek sort of mirrors, it's got smaller indicators. I've had a custom paint job done on it with a rose on it, and I absolutely love roses, and I think most women do. But I must say that when some of the guys have ridden it, they look really beautiful. So, so I think whoever rides my bike looks beautiful, whether they're a man or a woman.
The bike's a Harley Davidson. I involved the 60s by putting a girder front end on the front. The handlebars are off a Triumph. I love Trumpies. Yeah, they were around long before Harleys were. The side chair's actually manufactured and made up of every moving part possible or known to mankind of all kinds of vehicles.
Well, you know, you got customised bikes and then you got customised bikes.
The cross that's on there now, all that comes off. There's a strop that's loosened. The casket rolls on. Then we lock it in place with the cross. Then I'll put the strap over top, which secures it and stops it from bouncing around and keeps it in one place.
Customised to fit me, the way I like to ride. It's got highway pegs on it and it's so comfortable. My husband actually MacGyvered a few pieces up, so that's customised.
The routine is to get Brian to get the bike out of the shed and warm it up. Well, I go and get all my little things together, like my helmet, my gloves, my scarf, my boots, my everything, because, you know, they always say you've got to warm the bike up, so, you know, and he always has to wait ages for me, so I thought, well, if he has to warm both bikes up, so that's the first priority, is him get out there and warm the bikes up. And then, you know, just gearing up and making sure you got your licence on you and some money, and because it's very important if you want to stop along the way.
If it's more of a long endurance ride, yeah, jeans, leathers, warm gear underneath, gloves, helmet. So it just depends on the weather.
Firstly, someone needs to pass away. That's sort of how the ball starts rolling. Generally, you'll go and see a funeral director. He'll help you arrange a funeral. If you actually basically want the service, they will get in touch with me, and then I will get in touch with whoever wants to use the bike. This bike just isn't a last ride from like a church to the cemetery. You can actually go for a ride here, there or everywhere. I mean, it's basically up to the individual and what it is they want.
The workmates are really good. They, you know, really encouraging you. You go, girl, you do it. That'll be great. You know, follow Pastor Brian around and have a good time. But the children were a little bit different. They were sort of like, oh no, Mum, you know, will you be all right? And they kept, you know, threatening to have one driving in the front of me and one behind me and stopping traffic and all those sorts of things. And so I don't know. They sort of treat me like I'm a bit of a baby, but I'm definitely not.
When they find out I actually ride a Harley, it's like, what? You ride a Harley? And I went, yeah, but they're so big. And, you know, to even see a woman riding the Harley, it's quite a thing to my workmates and where I actually work, because I deal with children and things like that. So even when the kids find out I ride a Harley, they think it's really cool that, whoa, you ride a Harley.
Funerals have been very traditional for years, so I sort of had to break down the barrier a bit to make people understand that it's not ridiculing or putting a funeral down in any way, shape or form. This is a very dignified machine, and if it hadn't been for the likes of my family and a lot of good friends around me, I don't actually know if I'd be sitting on this today.
I love riding. I love the fact that you're doing something as an individual, yet you're part of a team, because you can join up with a group of people on bikes and you may have never met before, and all of a sudden you've been best friends for years, and so that is fun.
I like the freedom. I like being in control of the bike. I like the rumble noise it makes. I like the rumbling of the bike when you're riding along.
Whenever I get on my bikes, I actually feel like I'm going to be sick. To be quite honest, I hope that never actually changes, because it reminds me of the reality of what I'm about to do.
I like the wind blowing through your hair, even though you're not supposed to ride without your helmet on. It's a good feeling.
It's something that Brian and I can just, get out together and do as a couple, because we're together 24/7, and if we're sitting in the car, we're talking the whole time, work and family and all those sorts of things. But when we get out on the bike, he can think the things he wants to think without me interrupting him, and then I can think of other things. I can think of new things that I can interrupt him and annoy him with at the next stop.
Tell you what, look at the kids. Look at these kids swimming.
Getting away from the hustle and bustle of the city, the rush hour traffic, the noise, and beelining it for the surrounding country areas of the Auckland region.
Being a woman riding, and there's a fair few of us out there, we get a lot of respect from a lot of guys riding. I mean, people don't realise that riding does take it out of you. Going on long trips and things like that, it's very tiresome. So yeah, you do. When you've got the stamina and you can keep going and you're up there with the big boys, you do. You just instantly get that respect.
It's enjoyable. I mean, who wouldn't say it is? It's great.
When you want a bit of freedom, jump on your bike, got no one to hassle you, and just be at peace, and you have time to reflect over where you're going and what's been happening to you, and just getting into the zone is what my husband calls it. I just call it just cruising.
I'm actually lucky. People that are generally my friends and people that I hang out with all have bikes, so we sort of all have this love together. But for me, biking, it's a lifestyle. You meet a whole different lot of people from different walks of life. It brings you all together. You might not necessarily be one and the same. The comradeship between people that ride bikes is amazing. To be quite honest, I don't really care what it is you ride. You run the same gauntlet I do. I just thought this would be a dignified and awesome way to go out for a biker, or anyone that loves freedom.
I think it always boils down to the individual, and if you're an adventurous type person, you always love the sound of the bike, or you've always loved watching bikes, or wind your window down when they drive past. I think that there's a desire inside that you sort of think, I'd love to get on one, even if it was on the back. So you get on the back, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'd love to have this and take it for a bit of a black down the road, and then once you've done that, it's like, hey, you're sold, you're gone, you're actually really gone.
It's moulded me into the person I am. I truly believe if you've got a dream and you want it doesn't matter what it is, mate, you can reach the moon. I mean, I did creating this, like I said, people told me I was crazy. They're wrong. If you truly believe in yourself and you truly believe in what it is you want to do, you can achieve anything.
The perception is biking is a guy thing to do, but it's not. It's also a woman thing. I mean, I get together with some of the other women that ride, and we head out, go to cafes, and do that guy-looking thing, but from a woman's perspective. And it's really mean when you pull up outside a cafe and all these guys are looking, and then all the women take their helmets off, and they're women. So the reflection is, yeah, we can do it too.